Well, the problem seems to have escalated. So it was running pretty okay, and then we took it out. I put the old carb back on it just for a day, and now it's not getting any spark. So we're gonna have to go through all the electrical on this thing to try to figure out why this thing isn't getting any spark. Did some testing and determined that the stator was bad. Fortunately, I had another one on hand, so now okay, so now that it's back to running again, I can actually put this new carburetor on here and get this thing tuned. Okay. So we've got the old carburetor out. I need to disconnect the lines and the throttle cable, and then we'll get the new one put in its place. So very important, when ordering jets for your carburetor, make sure you order the right ones. All right, we're gonna get this assembled. I've got a 100 main jet and a number 35 pilot jet in here. These jets are a pain to find, so I'll drop a link into the description. Now these are compatible, so I'm gonna keep the slide from this one. I'm going to take the top off. Check my needle clip position here. Dirty, but it's in the right spot, so we'll go with that. When you're installing that spring clip, you want to make sure that this channel stays completely open for the throttle cable. All right, we'll take this over to the engine itself, get this installed, and see how it works. And for those of you with keen eyes, yes, I did put the carburetor together without the float in it. So I gotta go do that over next to the four-wheeler. We'll try this again. Okay, completely assembled. Now we're gonna start by presetting the air fuel mixture screw. We're gonna seat it all the way. Then we're gonna back it off by 2 turns. So there's all the way seated. We're gonna go half, 1, 1.5, 2. We're gonna do the same for the throttles, the idle set screw. All the way in, half, 1, 1.5, 2. And let's see what we get. Okay, we got something. So we got some adjustment to do. All right, let's put this thing back in neutral. All right, it's looking pretty good, but we're a little bit lean in the mid-range, so we're gonna drop the needle clip position by 1 and see if that gets it running any better. So I moved the needle clip down 1 position and I put it in gear so we can get a little bit of engagement. Let's see if we get rid of that mid-range lean. Well, now we got something else. Curious what that is. Look into that in a second. Okay, overall it's running pretty good. It's not quite dialed in yet, so ideally you should be able to snap straight from idle to wide open with no hesitation whatsoever. Right now I'm getting a symptom where if I have it idling and I just snap it straight to wide open, it bogs and stalls. However, if I give it just a little primer blip and then slam it open, it runs just fine. So that tells us that the pilot jet is still just a little bit too small, so we're going to bump it up from a 35 to a 40, and I'll show you what that symptom looks like right now. So I'm going to start it up, and get it idling, and then without any sort of primer, I'm just going to snap it straight to wide open. Alright, idling. Just dies. Now, this time you'll see me do a primer blip, and then I'll slam it and it'll just roar. So we're going to raise that pilot jet from a 35 to a 40. We'll try it again. I just got the number 40 installed. Haven't fired it up at all. Let's perform the exact same test. Still hesitating a little bit. Let's try turning. Let me see what the air fuel mixture screws at right now. One and a half. Okay, so I was at 1.5 turns out. Let's go out to 2. Half, 1.5, 2. There's 2 screws on the air fuel mixture screw. Let's see. Let's go to 2.5. I'm having to hit it pretty hard to stall it. Okay, so I did have to go to 3 screws out on the air fuel mixture to get it to really be stable, which means that I'm probably still a little bit small on the pilot jet, but I'm probably within range. So I think I'm going to leave it as is for now and actually get this thing out on the trails in the next week or so, and then I'll be able to let you all know whether this was dialed or whether we needed to bump up that pilot jet another notch. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that, maybe learned something. If you want to stick around, I got some more projects that I'm working on, including figuring out how to fix this broken chassis on this buggy.